So welcome to backward Poiesis. It scared me. Especially like once we got into that hallway, right? And then the flashlight clicked in, I'm like right? And then the first thing, as soon as I round the corner, oh my god. And let's try to recall the details of the story from the beginning. There's a big face looking at me. The children unconsciously turn their attention to the closet. And then, I can feel it! And terrified me. So welcome to backward Poiesis. I might be saying that wrong, but let's get to it. The game is based on the testimony of a person who discovered it. His name will be tentatively Mr. A.
少し前の話なんですけども、勤務する会社から転勤を命じられまして、引っ越しをしたんです。
A bit of a story from some time ago, but my company instructed me to transfer, so I moved to a new place.
名前は伏せますけど、全国的に名前が知られている地方都市です。
I won't mention the name, but it's a well-known regional city on a national scale.
物件は数多くあったんですけど、私が選んだ物件は少し変わったところだったんですね。
There were numerous properties available, but the one I chose was somewhat unusual.
詳しくは知らないんですけど、何でも前の持ち主が夜逃げしたような感じらしくて、処分に金がかかるような家具はそのまま揃ってるっていう感じです。
I'm not entirely sure of the details, but it appears that the previous owner had fled in the middle of the night. Consequently, the furniture, which would have been expensive to dispose of, was left behind.
まあ、普通の人は嫌がるかもしれないんですけども、家賃も安かったですし、自分にとってあまりもいらない掘り出し物だなと思ってすぐに決定しました。
Well, although most people might find it off-putting, the rent was quite reasonable, and I considered it an unexpected find, so I decided on it right away.
というのも、私はいわゆる転勤族でして、引っ越しの負担を減らすために株付きの物件を選ぶようにしてたんですね。
The reason is that, due to the nature of my job, I often have to transfer. To reduce the burden of moving, I make it a point to choose furnished properties.
で、引っ越し当日までは特に問題はありませんでした。契約を済ませたり、引っ越しの準備を行ったりと。
Up until the day of the move, there weren't any particular issues. I took care of the contract and prepared for the move.
引っ越し当日の話です。
Now let me tell you about the day of the move.
朝から新幹線に乗って、そこから電車に乗り換えて、そうですね。着いたのは昼頃だったと思いますね。
Exactly. I took the Shinkansen in the morning, then transferred to a local train. Let's see, I believe I arrived around midday.
建物の前で引っ越し業者を待ってたんですけど、渋滞との連絡が入ったんですね。
I was waiting in front of the building for the movers, but I got a message saying that they were stuck in traffic.
男性、暑い夏の日だったんで、暑さに耐えかねて部屋の中で待つことにしました。
It was an unbearably hot summer day, so I decided to wait inside the room to escape the heat.
電気はすでに開通してたんで、エアコンをつけようとリモコンを探して、備え付けのベッドフレームをふと見たんですね。
The electricity had already been set up, so I looked for the remote to turn on the air conditioner. As I was searching, I happened to glance at the bed frame that was already in the room.
そうしたら、そのフレームの下に何かあるんですよ。
So when I looked, there was something under the bed frame.
リモコンかなと思って手を伸ばした時に気づいたんですね。ビデオカメラであることに。
At first, I thought it might be the remote, but as I reached out, I realized it was something else, a video camera. Under the bed frame was a video camera.
はい、結構年季の入ったビデオカメラでした。
It was a quite old video camera.
確かにロッとはしたんですけど、まあ 不動産会社の忘れ物か、もしくはクリーニング業者かなと思いました。
Of course, I was startled for a moment. Don't watch it. But I figured it was probably something left behind by the real estate company or maybe the cleaning crew.
それでなんとなくいたずら心で電源ボタンを押してみたんですけど、起動中って画面が出たんですね。
So without thinking much of it, I playfully pressed the power button. The screen showed that it was powering up.
起動が終わって興味本位で映像が残ってないかなと思って見たんですけど、そしたら結構たくさん残ってたんですよ。
After the camera powered up out of curiosity, I thought I'd check to see if any footage was left on it, and there was actually quite a lot.
撮ってたのは32歳の男性で、建築業で今家族3人で暮らしてます。単身赴任中だったと思うんですけど。
Oh dear God. The person who recorded seems to be a 32-year-old man working in construction, living with his family of 3. I think he was on temporary work assignment alone.
おそらく子供がいる方のビデオカメラなんでしょうね。サムネイルはずらっと見えるんですけど、そのほとんどが明るい自宅内とか、まだ小さな子供の笑顔が映ったりしてました。
It's probably a video camera of someone with kids. When I looked at the thumbnails, most of them showed bright scenes inside a home of the smiling face of a young child.
これ少し不気味に思ったのは、一番最近に撮られた映像だけサムネイルがちょっと雰囲気が違ったんですよ。
What made me feel a bit uneasy was that only the most recent video had a thumbnail that felt a little different in atmosphere.
というのも、どこかの建物内に見えるんですけど、異常に暗くて懐中電灯の光がその室内を照らしてるんですね。
It looked like it was inside some building, but it was unusually dark. The light from a flashlight was illuminating the room.
それで気になって、まずその映像を再生してみたんですね。
Of all the videos, why would you choose the creepy video first? That got me curious, so I decided to play that video first.
ちょっと電話なんですけど、いいですかね。あ、すいませんね。
Excuse me for a moment, I've got a call. Is it alright if I take it? Sorry about that. A few minutes later.
すいませんね。会社からでした。大丈夫です。
Sorry about that, it was a call from work, but everything's fine now.
ビデオカメラの話でしたっけ？
We're talking about the video camera, right?
そうですね。実はそのカメラはもう捨てちゃってて、現物はないんですよ。
Well, yes, actually, I've already thrown that camera away, so I don't have it anymore.
警察に持ってって面倒ごとに巻き込まれても困りますし、不動産会社も心当たりがないそうだったので。
I didn't want to get involved in anything troublesome by taking it to the police, and the real estate company said they had no idea about it either. Why would the... Oh my god.
何より映像の内容がまあ何も伝えというか、自分は過去のことを結構引きずるんで早めに手放したいっていうのはあったと思いますね。
More than anything, it was the content of the video. You see, I tend to dwell on the past quite a bit, so I think I just wanted to get rid of it as quickly as possible.
いたずらかなとも思ったんですけど、そうですね。人を不快にされてるだけにしてはちょっと手が込みすぎてるなと。
At first, I thought it might be some kind of prank, but for something that just meant to disturb someone, it seemed a little too elaborate.
ビデオの内容ですか？長くなりますけどいいですかね。
The content of the video you ask is a bit of a long story. Is that alright? Alright then. The video showed a dark and spacious space. Oh yeah, that's definitely disturbing. Okay, sounds good. Inorganic concrete pillars coldly penetrating the empty space. It looked like a building that had been abandoned halfway through construction. The space continues further back. Looked like a space for an elevator. Candy. ceiling is collapsing. It may be dangerous here, too. It seemed like a dead end. I can constantly hear his anxious breathing. There was a hall pierced by pillars. The path divides into 3 parts. Please, game, have one properly timed jump scare. Oh my god, right? Okay. Okay. The left aisle was very wide. Seems to go on much further. There was a small room. Wandering aimlessly, he seemed to know no way. If he doesn't know the way, this is a very dangerous situation. In the seemingly endless darkness, if the batteries in the flashlight run out, that makes me understand his behavior as he continued to walk. He's left with no choice but to keep walking. I can only imagine his fear in the dark. Suddenly I saw a ray of light. Okay. Behind the door was a neat little space. I can't believe the devastation a while ago. Would such a space exist in an abandoned building? It looked like a movie theater there. There's a unique atmosphere peculiar to movie theaters. What creates this atmosphere? According to one study, people who recognize the same story synchronize their brain activity and heart rate. Curiously, the synchronization occurs even when people are far apart. And it is said to occur unconsciously, regardless of emotion. If this kind of action occurs, then an object that many people see at the same time may induce people's consciousness into one. So must carbide, yeah. Oi! Oh, okay. They're like, can you please take the stairs like a normal person? Thought it. Oh. Oh. That's not creepy. Not a wheelchair-friendly theater. Definitely not. Not a theater I would want to visit. Okay. What appeared on the screen was the face of the videographer. Oh, that's creepy. There is something here that recognizes me. How horrified he must have been to realize it. And now somebody's throwing balls down the stairs. Movie thunk, no stars, too short. Uh-huh. Now who's throwing these balls? Get! Wah! Hey! I'm taking one with me. It's still with me. The blue room seems safer. Oh, hello. Oh my god, there's a slide. Whee! Ew! Okay. When he got off the elevator, the place looked like a children's facility. Such a good movie. Unnatural cheerfulness, on the contrary, stirs uneasiness. I mean, that's true. But at the same time, we feel nostalgic, perhaps because we have seen similar places. Your childhood memories, the educational facilities you saw on TV, or the places you visited in your dreams. They were nothing like this. We trust our memories unconsciously and unconditionally. But human memory is as unstable as a child's balloon playground equipment. An experiment was conducted. Subjects were asked to watch an advertisement for a theme park. The ad included a scene in which a child shakes hands with the rabbit character at the theme park. The Silent Hill rabbit. Can I ride the pirate ship? Oh my god, I can ride the pirate ship. Mile detour. Okay, let's go. You thought of Jurassic Park? I mean, it kind of looks like dinosaur eggs. At the experiment, 25% of participants indicated that they had actually met the rabbit character in the advertisement at the theme park. Okay, if that's real, that's actually kind of creepy, though. Because it's like subconsciously in their memory, they're like, oh yeah, I met that mascot whenever I was a kid. It's like, hello. I feel shorter suddenly. Please game one pulse forever basket jump. Oh my god. That'd be terrifying. Because I can say straight up, I have never met a rabbit mascot in my life. Ooh. Oh, now I'm in a hospital. What the shit? I took pictures with the Easter Bunny whenever I was like a baby. But like, that's it. One time, because I hated it. Arcade? Kinda looks like Pac-Man. Lobby. Something kind of looks like, was it Galaga? And Space Arcade. No, like, the theme park that like we went to all the time never really had mascots walking around. Space Invaders, oh yeah, Space Invaders. Yeah, it didn't really have mascots walking around. And anytime if there was a clown giving balloons, I went the other direction. However, the ad was created only for the purpose of experimentation, and the rabbit character does not exist in the ad's theme park. Right, because the rabbit is not real. In another experiment, subjects were instructed to do this. Spend a few minutes imagining the painful experience of having a piece of skin taken from your finger by a nurse when you were a child. Spend a few minutes imagining the painful experience of a nurse taking your skin? Why would I want to imagine a nurse taking skin off my finger? What the shit? After the experiment, many participants claimed to recall such experiences in the past, and some even described their experience in detail, including the smell of the disinfectant. A piece of your skin as a child. However, the story of skin being harvested from fingers is a fiction for the sake of experimentation, and medical policy records prove that it does not exist. Right? That's where my brain went to. Like, I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen. What these experiments have shown is that the memories we trust are vulnerable. Of course, of course. Because memories, you can plant memories into other people's brains, and then they think that it's theirs. And that is easy to make false images of others perceived as true events. Yeah. Then how can you prove that the past you believe really happened? You can't. How do you prove you exist? It's called gaslighting. Mm-hmm. Special exhibition, backward Poiesis. The next place he arrived at looked like an art museum display room. The love letter, Jean-Honoré Fragonard. Is that Marie Antoinette? Well, no one that asked me to prove I exist is going to just, if I let one go, I will have proved that I existed by their reaction. Good point. The Sun by Edvard Munch. It's extremely bright. Today, painting is often perceived as mere entertainment. The Progress of Love, the Meeting, Jean Fragonard again. The Progress of Love. But most art is created with a clear intention and a purpose. The Lover Crowned. One example of such a painting is a religious painting. Honeysuckle by Peter Paul Rubens. Dance in the Country. Before the development of religious painting, religion was spread by written and oral means. However, there is inevitably a limit to the information that can be conveyed in audio and text alone. Also, and this is true even today, many people do not want to read text because they consider them monotonous. Therefore, religious art was created to tell religious stories more effectively. Visual representations can help tell a story to those who cannot read. despair. Also, a clear representation of God's image can be remembered as an impression of reality. Meant to invoke all the senses, meaning it was painted in a way to make people swear they could smell the flowers and feel the textures. Oh, okay, okay. In other words, visual expression is indispensable to tell a story to a large number of people and to make a strong impression at the same time. Okay, now we're looking at creepy images. No words. Oh. So it's basically everything we just experienced. Okay. Oh, wait, swimming pool. We didn't see that. See, the other pictures really didn't give me any type of, like, feeling, right? These pictures are like... Ooh. But he would have no time to think about that, lost alone in this space. Like, this creeps me out. Severely. Because all that fills his head is loneliness and anxiety. But would you swear afterwards you hadn't seen the pools? I honestly had to think about it, because I was like... No, we didn't see any pools in this game. But it did make me kind of, like, recap everything we went through. I like this. Because I feel like we're supposed to see an image in here. But also not sure if we're supposed to see an image. But it makes you like... We didn't get the hallways pool, but we got the playground. Right, yeah. Whew. I can see why he got rid of the video camera after this. Especially after seeing, like, his own face in it, you're just like, Makes you wonder if on one of the choices that we would have led to the pools. Oh, that's possible. Maybe the hallway one also, because they said there was 3 paths. Remember? Girl? Guy. I mean, our character is a guy, but I am going this way. Bathroom. Changing rooms, perhaps. The sticky heat is entangled in the skin. Oh, we don't need any more freaking heat. It's already hot enough here. The floor is humid due to the unusual humidity. Oh, I can feel it. Oh, maybe we're going to the pools now. Now we're going there. Oh, I don't like that. That was made... The smell of chlorine gets stronger the further he goes. That was made to make you use the senses not present, yes, still out there. was a different world ruled by water. Wow. You can smell this picture? I hate the smell of chlorine. Oh my god. But just staring at the water invokes, like, all this, like, sense of dread. Oh, I hate it so much. The ripples on the water like that. Oh, give me away. Oh. Oh. The tiles are always wet and uncomfortably slimy. Oh. Oh no, I gotta go in? Oh. He's all kind of the doctor's filling his pee like. Yeah? Oh. Oh, really? That's interesting and also extremely gross now. It is said that humans have an instinctive fear of water. Thank you. Thank you, game, for bringing that realization out. I have a fear of what's in the water, thank you very much. But did you know that our world used to be filled with fluid? That sounds gross. Oh, look at the darkness of the water. Ah! Oh, the freaking, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Why did that, oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna die in here. In the 17th century, science, the Aether theories was widely believed. Oh, bloody hell. It's a reaction to chlorine with your trust other cells does not think you. Okay. According to this theory, the world was thought to be filled with a fluid called Aether. And many natural phenomena were thought to be caused by the Aether. In other words, people living in the 17th century perceived the world as filled with fluid. These ideas were debunked as science developed. Today we recognize that the world is filled with particles. I like the ether idea. Better than particles. But have you noticed? To recognize a world filled with particles, It is nothing less than creating the world to which you belong. You want medicine to go back to diagnosing the color of phlegms? Yes. Maybe. Oh my god. The best high diving board. Were they cured? Do it? I don't think we can. Oh, cool. You actually can. Oh, wow. That was, like, terrifying for some reason, though. I thought something was gonna grab me. Once, like, we landed in the water, I was like... Just as people of that time lived in a fluid called the Aether. But if I lived in a time with a fluid called the Aether, then I would literally really officially feel like I was in a Final Fantasy game. With the mana and the ether flowing everywhere. I like that. It just sounds so much better. Now is there after. Yeah, walking backwards is actually kind of creepy. Watching everything get smaller. Oh, I walked into a wrong spot. Where the hell is that? Oh. There we go. It looked like a brand new kindergarten there. When I hear the word kindergarten, I'm reminded of a certain incident. An incident? In that class, something called Hyore that lived in the closet was the talk of the children. Huh? Huh? Kindergarten is a origin word? Oh. Oh. I don't know why, but that just like really creeped me out. Perhaps to discipline the preschoolers, a nursery school teacher told them, if you do something bad, something will come out of the closet. No! It just means child's garden. Oh, okay. Oh, where were we going? could it cause such an event later on? It occurred during nap time, which takes place in the kindergarten. The nursery school teacher in charge of the class closed the blackout curtains and put the children down as usual. I hope it's a clown. No. She didn't look particularly different from usual, so she locked the classroom door and went to the staff room to get her papers. A short time later, the nursery teacher in charge of the class next door burst into the staff room looking upset. The child care worker said she heard multiple children screaming and the sound of heavy footsteps coming from next door. She rushed back to the classroom and opened the door to find the classroom in an unusual situation. In the darkness, many children were panicking, screaming, running around, terrified. Many children complained of feeling ill, and 3 children were taken to the hospital, but none of the students had life-threatening injuries. Nursery school teachers interviewed the children in the class to determine the situation. According to the child, something like this happened in the classroom. At first, it was a classroom just like any other, nothing of the ordinary. With the lights turned off and the dark curtains drawn, the classroom was filled with silence. However, one of the children suddenly shouted out loud, saying this: "There's a big face looking at me." The children unconsciously turned their attention to the closet. And then... In the end, this incident was concluded to be nothing more than a case of mass hysteria among the children. Oh, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Oh my freaking god. I don't know which door to go. It was speculated that the darkness and the absence of a nursery teacher led the children to panic, prompting a review of the procedures. I think we haven't even hit the hallway. Oh my god, I really don't want to hit the hallway. Since then, it's said that no similar incidents have ever occurred at the kindergarten again. However, the identity of the face-like object peeking out of the closet captured on security cameras the night after the incident is still unknown. Oh, did you see the closet door open? What lay before him was a room with yellowed wallpaper. The unpleasant hum of the fluorescent light continued to buzz. You sure you want to switch to streaming just before bed after the move? Oh my god, right? Oh my god, something like this game before bed would be the death of me. A faintly damp and filthy carpet stretched endlessly across the floor. Oh my god. See, and this is what I like about atmospheric games. Even though the screen, the eerie atmosphere of the room was palpable. That vibe. Like, it's sad to say when you look at all the games that we've played recently, and this game is the one that has creeped me out the most. So far. As I watched the footage, I noticed something. Please don't say you've seen something. Yeah! Dude's about to send me into like a conniption, isn't he? I remember seeing similar footage in the past. In the past? Perhaps you've seen it too, haven't you? The back rooms. I mean, technically, I haven't really played the back rooms stuff. If that's the case, what could it possibly mean? I've played games that had similarities to it, but I don't really know much about that. This is definitely over from the back rooms. Thank you for listening to my story for so long. I ended up talking about a lot of unnecessary things. Please don't mind that. Yeah, well, the things were creepy. What's important is that you've accepted and recognized this story. It's all attention on no release since there are no jump scares to finalize the fear arc. Yeah. Let's try to recall the details of the story from the beginning. He went to another world. He went to another world. Right. Okay. And he never returned. Well, that's creepy. I can see why the guy got rid of the camera, like, right away. It's all the artists from the paintings. And he just gonna be, you had a jump scare! The mannequin statue thing. Thank you for playing. I was like, are you gonna scare me? Is there something that's gonna happen? Okay, nothing else happened, except now that the game is no longer in English. It scared me! Especially, like, once we got into that hallway, right? And then the flashlight clicked in, I'm like, oh, no, right? And then the first thing, as soon as I round the corner, there's a freaking statue there. Oh my god. Honestly, the kindergarten section with the freaking closet scared me the most. I mean, the pools were creepy and I just don't like water, but the kindergarten section and the closet terrified me. But this is what we're saying though, like, more games need to do this type of vibe. It's simple, it's straightforward, but the atmosphere invokes all kinds of trauma. Like, it was so good. I love it.